Welcome back to The Light. This is part 6 in the series of the readout of the official probable cause court documents in the Rebecca Park case. Now let's get back to exactly where we left off. Detective Sergeant Voss asked Courtney which vehicle she used to get rid of the body, and she identified her white truck. She is then asked how she got her in a position to kill her, and she explained how she pulled into her driveway. She had notified him she was on the road. Sorry, they seem to have misgendered in their formal writing on this document, so apologies. I was trying to correct it as I read it. Courtney then explained that she got to the house and talked to Rebecca for a few minutes, and Bradley walked up and pulled her out and said, quote, "I want to talk to you." Courtney described that the white truck was sitting out by the road and explained that, quote, she didn't think anything of it. You know, Brad was supposed to be her stepdad. Courtney wanted to know where they were going and that Brad told her to take her ASS in the house and don't worry about it. She said she went into the house because she didn't think he would hurt her. Bradley is reported to have returned to the house at about 22:30 and told her that he had taken Rebecca home. Courtney confronted him that he had not, and he told her he had and that she would call her in the morning. Courtney asked him for her phone, which she reported he told her was out in the shed, and he went out to get it. She states when he came back in the house, he said, quote, "Yeah, she didn't go home," instead telling Courtney that he took her to a house, but when she asked him to take her there, he just told her that Rebecca said to him that she didn't want anything to do with her, referring to Courtney. Courtney reported calling Rich to tell him to call her back, quote, ASAP, and that while Brad was watching her, she told Rich that, quote, "Dude, your old lady left with some guy," or Bradley would backhand her. Courtney confirmed for Detective Lieutenant Piskar that the story about the black car was made up and never happened. Asking her to continue, she reported Kimberly sending her coordinates to Rebecca's phone and asking Bradley why her daughter's phone would be across the road, and his response was, quote, "I don't effing know." She asked Bradley to take her to the phone and said he took her right to it. She said that phone was, quote, exactly where the coordinates are. She said it was out in the open and it appeared that someone had just set it down. They took the phone directly to Rich's, but before their arrival, she said that Bradley told her, quote, "I'm telling you right effing now, do not say an effing word." Kimberly got the phone from Rich, and Courtney reported that Kimberly had called her and said she was taking the phone to the cops. She said Kimberly called her at 2100 on Tuesday night to tell her this. When asked to continue, Courtney identified that in her second to last drawer in her bedstand, she had razor knives that she uses to nick open her cellulite so they will drain. She reported that one was gone, which she said she knew because she counted them due to a teenage boy living in her house. Courtney agreed that the knives are like scalpels. When she confronted Bradley about the missing knife, she answered, he didn't say anything then. Detective Lieutenant Piskar confronted her that the use of the word them means he must have said something later, and she reported it was after her body was found. Courtney said she kept asking Bradley where her daughter was, saying he answered, quote, "You'll find out soon enough." She goes on to report that after returning from his last interview, he told her about, quote, Kimmy was asking about the woods behind the house to go trail riding. Courtney said that Kimberly will not talk to Brad ever alone. She reported trying to get Rich Fisher to take Kimberly's bag to her. She said that Bradley said, quote, "You can't have that. You're not taking her bag." He said, "Nobody's taking this bag." Courtney said she realized Kimberly's wallet was in the bag, questioning why he would want her wallet. Detective Lieutenant Piskar confronted Courtney that he had asked for Kimberly's property while she was at the sheriff's office on Tuesday and that she refused. She explained that she was told not to, suggesting she didn't want to get her, quote, ass beat. She reported that on Tuesday, November 25th, 2025, in the morning, Bradley took the truck and went west on West 26th Road and was gone for about 20 minutes. She said when Bradley came back, she asked him if he had hurt her daughter, and he told her, quote, "No, I didn't hurt her." Courtney said that was the same day Rebecca's body was found. Courtney said that on Wednesday, November 26, 2025, in the morning, she confronted Bradley and asked him what he did. She reported he told her, "I'm going to tell you once, and I'm going to tell you, and you're going to effing drop it, and you're going to shut the F up." He's like, "I'm the reason your effing daughter's not here, that your life is upside down right now." When she asked him why, she said Bradley said, quote, "Rich effed with the wrong mother effer." She agrees this is all a revenge plot. Courtney said that when she asked him what he did to her daughter, Bradley said, quote, "I slit her effing throat. The biatch deserved it." I don't know if I could say that on social. She goes on to say that he said, "Rich deserved it too. And it just happened to be your daughter that's going to pay for it." Courtney said when she asked about her grandson, she said Bradley said, quote, "Oh, I stuck him in a cooler, stuck him in a trash bag, threw him in the trash." Detective Lieutenant Pisker asked Courtney that if Bradley is paying Rich back, why cut the baby out? And she said, quote, "Because if he would have left the baby in there and had somebody found her before, he would have survived, he would have thought." Courtney was asked, why not just cut the baby out and kill it? Why take it? And she said that he told her the baby wasn't breathing when he pulled him out. Again, she was asked why he'd take it. Now she answers it was because he didn't want Rich to see that they were together. She admitted she didn't know what that meant. When asked about where the baby is now, Courtney said that he put him in a blue cooler, in a trash bag, and into a GFL container. She confirmed that she is talking about a residential GFL trash receptacle. Courtney said she was never at the location where the body was found because he wouldn't let her. She doesn't know how many times he went to the location. When asked if she was killed at the location she was found at or at the end of her driveway, she answered that she doesn't know, but said it wasn't in her driveway because he pulled away quickly without her. Courtney said that he walked out of his truck and not the house to get her out of the truck, confirming that it was from the Escape and into the F-150. When Detective Lieutenant Pisker reminded Courtney that she knew where the knife was at, she said he threw it in a dumpster at Cadillac Shores. When asked when he had done that, she first announced that it was her hunting knife. She said it was probably like a week after that the knife was put in the dumpster. She did not know what happened to the disposable scalpel, adding she had no clue and wished she knew. Detective Sergeant Voss asked Courtney what she was looking for in an immunity agreement, what she was afraid of, and then confronted her that she had provided a lot of misinformation to the police. She reassured us that she would cooperate the whole way. Detective Lieutenant Pisker pointed out her obstruction of the investigation, and she agrees. That is going to be the end of part 6, and I will see you over in